Hello everyone, welcome to She's a Busy Girl. I am Stephanie and it has been, oh my gosh, over a year since I have made a video for YouTube. And back then, I was with Stampin' Up! And I was making mostly card making videos, and while I still love to make cards, over the last year, I have fallen in love with junk journals. And so I decided to come back to YouTube. I've been watching a lot of videos. The inspiration out there is amazing. And I decided to come back and kind of share my adventures with junk journaling too. And so I thought by way of an introduction, I would kind of show you some of the things that I have been making. So these are some recent pieces, and you get kind of an idea of my ever-changing aesthetic. Yes. So I do make, well, I experiment. I do things all the time. I get ideas because I watch other people's videos, and then I'm like, oh, well, I can do that. And then something completely different happens. It probably happens to you too. So this is one of those something completely different. I went to go make a fabric covered journal, but it just didn't feel kind of substantial enough to me. And so I started adding Mod Podge. And what it did was turn into this kind of semi-hardcover type thing. And this, I kind of decided, since it was a hardcover, that I would make it into a traveler's notebook. But it is fabric on the outside, and then I have paper on the inside and some bands. And I have kind of put together, now this isn't in any way decorated or anything like that, but I put together some junk journal inserts. Oh look, there's some Ephemera's Vintage Garden. Yes, one of my favorites. Some book pages and some coffee dyed ledger paper, and some not dyed ledger paper. And so that's just kind of, see, this is what you get when you try to coffee dye inkjet images. So this again is another Ephemera's Vintage Garden printable, and I tried to coffee dye it. Now I did it on the back side, but of course it goes through to the front. So it makes kind of an odd looking thing. I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But just some patterned paper and some little bits and pieces. There's a oh, that book where it defines word. Dictionary. Yes, there's some dictionary pages. So this is, I call these my semi-hardcover journals. And I probably will make some where I bind the pages in. I want to try that next, as opposed to doing the elastics, and kind of see how that works out. And then I just did an elastic band to close it, and a little bead dangle that I made. So that's one kind. And then this kind was actually inspired by Nick the Booksmith. She did kind of a foldy portfolio thing. And then I got carried away, of course, because, I can never leave well enough alone. And so I kind of created this little piece, from being inspired by her. Now this again is fabric that I stitched to some patterned paper. And I stuck to her example by doing the pockets here. And then I kind of made it into again, a traveler's notebook with an elastic, and put together kind of, oh yeah, that's another kind of thing that I do. When I say I'm a busy girl, I really am a busy girl. This is a printed out scan of one of my acrylic pour paintings. So we'll talk more about that as time goes on. Absolutely. And so this is just another kind of little junk journal that I put together. Oh, look, there's some Tracy Fox. So yeah, that's just kind of how I put this one together. And I will warn you right now, I am tab crazy. Love tabs. I don't know why. I just love them. But anyhow, that's kind of, this is sort of a fold over, and this whoop-de-doo did not work out quite right. And so, you know, I just kind of tie it closed. It just, yeah, that's how it works. Okay, so that's that one. So then, let's see. This is a reclaimed book. Do I have anything? Okay, so these are all reclaimed books, and this is funny. I can't theme a journal to save my life, but this was my attempt to theme a journal. So I found this froggy paper that I really liked, and I can't even remember where it came from, but I really liked the froggy paper, and I wanted to make a froggy field journal. Please don't ask me. I don't know. Stuff gets in my head, and I just got to do something with it. But I will tell you that I am a journaler. I write in a journal every single day. And so writing space is really important to me in my journals. And so this was my attempt at a themed journal. And I've got pieces in here, from 2 or 3 different digital artists on Etsy. This is just kind of a corner tuck pocket, and then just sort of a foldy thing with a frog. And then I've got lots and lots and lots of writing space. And here is another kind of little foldy thing. And yeah, I think there's a pocket. I think the vast majority, what's this? Oh, there's a book page with some frogs and toads. So yeah, the vast majority of this journal is definitely writing space. Because it was meant to kind of be like, my idea to theme it, see, there's the definition of frogmen. I don't know if I can get it to focus, the definition. So I took that out of a dictionary. The other pocket page. So I tried to make everything green, and like a book that that somebody, if they were doing a study of frogs, would write in. Yes, so this was my this was my attempt at a themed journal, and you can see just, I don't know. I guess it's somewhat successful if this is the style of journal that you like. If you prefer them much more ornate, then no, this wasn't a success at all. So, but this was my attempt at a themed journal, and you know, just because it's me, it was frogs. So yes. That's that one, and that was a reclaimed book cover. This one is as well, and this one is much more ornate. Here's some, I think it's Amy Joy Studios. I could be wrong, but she is on Etsy, and some stamping. I do like to do some stitching, and then we've got some kind of Tim Holtz things, and some lace. As the more YouTube videos I watch, the more inspiration I get about using different types of materials in my junk journals, and so I'm just kind of exploring that as I go. Oh, look, there's a little pretty paper clip, and the little tabs and paper clips, and making the different pockets and that type of thing. And as you can tell from this one, I don't theme things. It's very difficult for me to theme things. It seriously tones down my creativity. I just can't do it. I'm an eclectic girl, and I'm just going to have to embrace that. There's some things that I printed on there. But again, I do like to leave a lot of writing space. And so, yeah, this is just one of the journals. Look, there's a past governor of Wyoming. Yes, little card that I made. And so, yeah, so that's one of them. And then I love plaid. I love plaid. So this again is another reclaimed book that I have kind of dressed up a little bit more. Look, there's a little pocket tag with a tag. I love that. I don't know. Yeah. See, weird things make me happy. And some flip outs. So yeah, like here's some tracing paper. So I kind of decided to add that into my journal. And here's another little paper clip that I made. Another little embellished paper clips are great if you can actually get them off the paper. Okay, so there's another little kind of embellished paper clip and some stamping, and yeah, just kind of trying to figure out how I want to dress up pages. More tabs, because I am a little bit tab crazy, like I said. Book pages and patterned paper. So yeah, I'm just kind of getting a feel for what I like to include in my journals, kind of perfecting how I do my coffee and tea dyeing, and what papers work well. So like this was lined paper, that's really not anymore. So, and then what kind of book pages and how to kind of fold those pages so that they actually work in a journal. And by work, I mean are aesthetically pleasing to work in a journal. More Tracy Fox. I love her little bugs. Love her little bugs. And some stamping. So yeah, this is kind of where I'm at, and what I have been working on so far. Check that baby out. I think that's Tracy Fox's layered tag set, I think. If you haven't figured it out, I really do like Tracy Fox's stuff. I love Nick the Booksmith. I love, who else do I love? See, the camera's rolling, so I can't think of anything. Tracy Fox, Nick the Booksmith, Gail Agostinelli, Mrs. Cog, Diane H., and Two Silver Oranges, and Roxy Creations, and Forever Purple Creations. Just love these folks, watch them all the time, and have gotten just a ton of inspiration. So those are some pieces that I've made recently, and I currently, watch this, because I can never stick to one project at a time, have 4 journals going. So this is actually one, this is a from scratch book that I am working on with just some, it's just a bookboard cover and spine. And then I've kind of started putting together the pages for this one. No decorations or anything like that as of yet. And of course, the inside of the book isn't even finished. But this is the one I am going to work on doing a hidden binding with. And then here is another one. I've gotten just this far with the cover. Got the inside pages on, and have begun. This is the only decoration I've put in, and look, there's a tab. Oh, here's Nick the Booksmith's, excuse me, eco prints. Love those eco prints. Those are so cool, and I know a lot of people out there have them. Done some stamping on the inside, kind of putting together some die cuts to sort of go over text area. Excuse me, I'm out of frame. Kind of go over text area on book pages so that there's more room to write, because I like writing area. And I do print on the back sides of my digital pages. And stenciling. Love to do the stenciling. A gal, Yvonne. I am horrible with names. What is wrong with me? There is a gal who does a lot of journals on YouTube, and her name is Yvonne. And I was very inspired to do a lot of the stenciling on my pages by her. Kind of more book pages with little little things. There's a coffee dyed envelope that I hope to incorporate, but yes, that's kind of where this one's at. If there is one thing I am very, very, very good at with junk journaling, it's putting so many pages in a signature that the book no longer closes. Oh well. I guess there's worse things to be good at. And so this one, this cover was totally inspired by Nick the Booksmith, using this kind of faux suede and doing these little corners, which I need to finish up on the back. And I'm still trying to get this one completed. Yeah. And so I've done some decorating in here again with the stenciling, and there's a fabric pocket. And a little bit of stitching and some collaging because, yeah, Roxy Creations has me collaging everything right now. It's crazy. And there's an envelope, making little pockets, and oh yeah, we need to talk about these little things, and we will. I'm gonna probably do that in another video, but this is my way of creating those vintage photo slides. Yeah. So anyhow, we'll talk about that more later. Promise. And so lots of printouts, more collaging with buttons, and book pages and all that awesome stuff. There's more. Well, okay. So that's not Tracy Fox. That's me copying Tracy Fox. Yeah. So yes, getting this book together, and then finally, the one that I've been messing with here recently. And I'm sorry, I've had these pages, this kit printed out forever and a day, and I cannot remember who it's by. I don't know. I'm sorry. It is available on Etsy, or it was quite a while back. And so this is the one that I've been playing with most recently. Just kind of getting started with the decoration on these pages. And there's some more of my acrylic painting. I turned that into a little postage stamp dangle. Kind of playing with making my own vellum stickers, because I got that scan and cut whoop-de-doo. Man, those are cool. And then, yeah, just kind of putting some stuff together. I told you, she's got me collaging like a maniac. Oh, and this, Gail Agostinelli recently did, she recently released a printable that was scans of her collage pages. And I thought, well, gosh, maybe I can do something like that. And so I did these digitally. But yeah, I kind of created my own collage pages. And then that's a pocket with a little bit of collaging on there, and again, some printouts on the pages. And I don't think I have that center one decorated yet. There's another pocket with some lace. Yeah, so, oh, this one's cool. This is a paper bag that I folded in half, so it's got a pocket here and a pocket here, and then, of course, did some collaging, and there's one of my attempts at a vellum sticker. So, yeah, just messing around and having a good time. But my books have definitely evolved over the last year, and I have developed a serious love of vintage papers and ephemera, which I do personally collect now, and will have I've received recently a bunch of new pieces that I will be sharing with you in an upcoming video. But this was just kind of my way of saying hello, introducing myself again, and what I'm really interested in and doing with myself these days. So thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to talking with you guys again. Have a great evening. Take care.